Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. Snow and emergency road work kept the cars off I-70 this weekend. Three-day traffic was just over 127,000 cars. That's down 8.5% from last week for the slowest weekend since New Year's. Traffic on Friday plummeted by 10,000 cars, thanks in part to bridge repair just east of the tunnels. Some travelers spent upwards of 5 hours getting back to the Front Range. What exactly is CDOT building there on the west side of the tunnels? Mark Schuerman with CDOT.
We're going to be processing a little bit more water on that side, a little more capacity to that wastewater facility.
This new treatment facility is part of a $50 million upgrade at the tunnels. Most of the internal infrastructure there dates back to opening day in the 70s. This weekend's storm brought at least a foot to most of the county since Friday, 16 inches to Keystone and Breck, 17 to Copper, 20 to Loveland and A-Basin. Those are the biggest local totals since January. Snowpack is looking healthy, 18 points above average today on the upper Colorado Basin. Fremont and Hoosier passes are still below average. Lots of natural and several skier-caused avalanches over the weekend after the snowfall. No injuries or burials reported. Third time was the charm for Miles Tovar. The man accused of killing his roommate in 2019 was in court today with a new attorney. Tovar refused to appear twice before now, saying his public defender was working against him. His new attorney is brand new to the case and asked for more time. They are back in late April. Odds are good your home is worth more than ever before, which means your tax bill is about to skyrocket.
It's scary, the percentage.
That was Summit County Assessor Lisa Urich. Her office is reassessing tens of thousands of properties right now, comparing values from June 30th, 2020 to June 30th of last year.
We've been baffled at, 0 days on market, tons of cash offers. What was selling in Silverthorne for, let's say, $800,000 in 2020 is now $1.6 million.
Data from Summit Realtors shows the average home sale in Breck went from $1.25 million to $2 million. That's up 60% in 2 years. Countywide, condo prices jumped 36%. Empty land up as much as 300%. But Urich warns these are just examples. Your property value is based on similar nearby properties, location, size, and age.
Look around in your neighborhood and in your larger community. Do the math on that.
One thing is for certain. Most mountain towns will see the higher end of reassessment this cycle.
Property values have gone up considerably at an unprecedented rate than what we've seen in any other reappraisal. However, all that money is going to stay locally, and I believe that will help our community so much more.
Colorado is one of the few states with a state assessment rate and local mill levies. The state rate is going down about 0.2%. In 2020, voters chose to repeal one very important piece of the Gallagher Amendment.
This floating assessment rate that the state had. So as values went up, the assessment rate went down.
Gallagher has been around since the 80s, which makes the timing on this repeal hit twice as hard.
We got rid of that floating assessment rate just before our market went crazy.
State lawmakers are doing what they can to ease the tax burden. State senators just passed a bill approving temporary mill levy reductions if towns, school districts, and fire districts want them.
They're doing what they can to help soften the blow.
That bill had strong support in the Senate. The state house is reviewing it now. In sports, the Avalanche play the Canadiens today at 4:30. World Cup skiers are racing downhill in Andorra this week. Tomorrow is training. And in local sports, spring sports season is here at Summit High School. Baseball lost the season opener Saturday, 10-9 in Montrose. Track and field opened the season at Columbine, where Ella Hagan won the girls' 800-meter and 1,600-meter runs. Dom Ramikes won the boys' 1,600-meter. Cam Fox was second for the 110-meter hurdles. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery.